Not waste much of our time. Let's just dive into what we have for today. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, of course, create a new document. Then I'm going to select my canvas size. So I'm working with 20 by 23 inches today. Let me change this to just TikTok. And then enter. So this is my canvas size. Now the first thing I want to do is I'm going to come here and I'm going to select solid color so that will change the background. Okay, so change the background color to white. Good. So now the first thing I want to do is I'll go to my shape tool, then select the ellipse tool. If yours is not so, you just right click and then you scroll down to ellipse tool. Good. Now the first thing I want to do, I'll just click on shift and click and down. Good. Okay, so I'm going to change the color to black. So I'm going to see what it is I'm doing. I'll just make a duplicate of this. Just press Ctrl J to make a duplicate and change the duplicated color back. Click on the view, change the duplicated color to white. Good. So I'll just come to the corner of the duplicated one, just choose it and try to centralize it. So still reduce and so just centralize it. Alright. Let me just take this to the center here. And I'm going to do the same for this to the center. Alright, this good. Alright. So I'll also reduce the size of this. Try to reduce the size of this a bit and try to centralize it. Now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to take rectangular tool. I'm just going to drag right across from here to this point here. Okay, so the color of this also I'll change it to black. Alright. Good. So let's just alright, this is okay. I'm gonna make a duplicate of this. Just click Alt, click and drag it. Duplicate is going to start exactly at this point where this stopped. I'm going to change the duplicate color to white. Alright, let's raise this up. And let's push this in a bit. We don't want it to be too open. Click on shift, click it and drag. That's good. I'm going to reduce the size. Alright, this is okay. So now the next thing I want to do is take my ellipse tool again, go to my shape, ellipse tool. I'm just going to click and drag. Right, you click on shift and then you drag. I'm going to change the color of this to black. Okay, so let's move this forward. That's good. Change it to black. Good. So this here, I'll take this down. This rectangle, the first rectangle I added, I'll just click on shift, drag this down. I don't want it to go past this other circle here. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a duplicate of this circle here. Just press Ctrl J to create a duplicate. Click on the fill and change the fill to white. Good. So after changing the fill to white, I'll just reduce the size. So we reduce the size. I will try to centralize it. Alright. This is good. So what I'll do is I'll just take my rectangular marquee tool again. Rectangular tool, sorry. I'm just going to drag, sorry. I'm going to drag right across here. I'm going to bring this forward. The rectangle I just added, bring it forward. Good. So let's take this down a notch. Raise this up, and I'm going to create a duplicate of this. Click Alt, click it and You click Alt, you click and you drag. Okay. Okay. Alright, so I'll just take all of this. I'm going to select all of this, so I'll just drag right across to select everything. I'm going to right click and convert to a smart object. So it's looking like TikTok halfway have worked. Here's the problem, or here's the downside to this. So I'm just going to unsee the background. So can you see? So what I want to do now is I'm going to come here to my selection tool, magic wand. I'll just select the black. It selects all the black. Then I'll press Ctrl J to create a duplicate of that. And I'm going to unsee this first one. So here we have everything. So this is it here. Now we are not done. We are almost done, but we are not done there yet. I'll increase the size of this. Good. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a duplicate of this. So to create a duplicate, just press Ctrl J to create a duplicate. One of the duplicates, I'll give it a color. The other one, I'll give it another color. Alright. So the color I'm going to give to the first one is, let's say the one at the back. The color I'm going to give to the one at the back. What I'm going to give to the one at the back, I'm just going to come to my, I'm going to come here where I have FX, the layer style, and then I'm going to select the color overlay. Okay. And then for the color overlay, just click here where you have your color, and then I'm going to add the color here. So it's 2525 F4EE. F4EE. And then OK. And then this other one in front here, I'll add the same thing, color overlay, but this time, sorry, this one in front here, color overlay also, but this time the color code is going to be different. Right? So when you click on color overlay, click on the color here, and then the color code is going to be FE2C55. So FE2C55, and then OK. Okay. Alright, so now what I want to do is I'm just going to this one here, I'm just going to drag it out a bit. Alright, this is okay, this is good. This is good. This is good. Good. Alright, so what is going to happen here now is I'm going to take this, reduce the opacity of this. Alright, so I'm going to reduce the opacity of this, and then let's reduce the opacity of this. Good. Before I do anything, I'm going to create a duplicate of this. So just press Ctrl J to create a duplicate, and then the duplicate I created, I'm going to unsee it. Alright. After unseeing the duplicate, I'll take this and this other two here. I'm going to right click and I'm going to convert to a smart object. After converting a smart object, I'm going to go to my selection tool, quick selection tool, and then I'm just going to drag across the quick selection. Quick selection tool, and I'm just going to select across. See this part inside here that looks like a combination of the colors that we just added together. So I'll just drag right across. Okay. Alright. Okay, let's subtract this part here. Good. So what I'll just do is press Ctrl G to create a duplicate of that. And then I'm going to change the color code of this. What I'm going to do is I'll just go to color overlay. Alright, and I'm going to select black. Alright, color overlay, I'll click here and I'm going to select black. Okay. Okay. Now this is where the one we added initially comes to play. I'm just going to bring this right in front of everything, the black one. I'll take it right in front of everything. Now this one at the back here, I'm going to increase the opacity back to 100. Increase the opacity back to 100. Sorry. So increase the opacity back to 100. Good. So there you have it. So here we have it, our TikTok logo, but that's not all. We are not done yet. So it might not be perfect, but you can try it out, okay? And then the next thing we want to do is, let's bring our background back. Okay, now next I want to do, I'm going to take my text tool. I'm just going to write the text TikTok. All right, so TikTok, T-I-K-T-O-K. Good. I'm going to take this to the middle. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a duplicate of this. So just press Alt to click and drag out to create a duplicate. I'm going to double click, and then the duplicate is just the O I want there. Okay, good. And I'm going to click OK. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take this and place this right where I have this O here, and I'm going to move it behind the TikTok text. Good. All right. Now after moving it behind the TikTok text, I'm going to create a duplicate of this. So just press Ctrl J to create a duplicate of this. Now for the first O, I'm going to click on the color, and I'm going to change the color to, I'm going to select this color here. Good. And then for this second one, the second O that was the O that was duplicated, click on it, and I'm going to select the color also and select this one. Just take your brush, your color picker tool, and then select this color right here. Good. And then OK. So now for this first one, let's select both of them to center right there. All right, so for this first one here, the first O, I'll just click on Shift and move it out a bit on the other side. And then for the other one, all right, I'm just going to press Shift and move it out on the other direction. Okay, good. Now the last thing I want to do is I'm just going to go into my shape tool, click on the ellipse tool. All right, I'm going to come to the middle of this black circle, the black O. Then I'll just click Shift and drag. Good. And make sure that the ellipse I just added now, it has to be white. It's very important. And I'm going to drag it behind the TikTok text itself. Now the idea is I don't want this, the O behind this TikTok itself, to show in the middle. Okay. All right. So now what I want to do is I'm going to select all of this, the TikTok, the ellipse tool, the O's, the two of them. I want to convert them to a smart object. All right. So I'm going to go to the TikTok, Shift, and then select the O. So I'm just going to select everything in that line. And then I'm going to right click and convert it to a smart object. Okay, so what I want to do here now is I'm just going to go into my selection tool, quick selection tool. I'm going to select the white part. Then I'm going to create a layer mask right on top of this, and I'm going to invert it, Ctrl I to invert it. So when I created layer mask, it only selected the parts that I selected. It's only created layer mask for the part I selected. Guys, just remove every other thing and just left the part I selected. But if I invert it, instead of selecting the part I selected, it's going to select the other parts that are in the image or in whatever that are not selected. Yeah. So if I remove this background now, so I see it. So we have our TikTok logo. So I'll just take this, create a duplicate. Sorry, let's select all of the Shift and then let's merge it. Convert it to a smart object. Good. So I'll just create a duplicate, Alt, click and drag. Good. Reduce the opacity. I'm going to create a duplicate of this again. Click on. Good. So this will come to the end of our design for today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you where you're watching from. I hope you learned something new. Okay. I hope you learned also how to manipulate. You just have to find the way out. Alright, so thank you very much for staying to the end. We love you. We'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.